Hello everyone, welcome to Throne Talk. Today we're going to call in the energy of Scorpio and see what messages we have. Let's get started. Figure I'll start with my sign since it's the best sign in the land. No. What messages do we have for Scorpio? What messages do we have? What's in Scorpio's energy? Alright. And we have the Death card. So Scorpio is definitely in the building. Scorpio energy. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Somebody's building something. We have got the Two of Wands. Got the Justice card here. All the major arcanas are showing up for you today, Scorpio. Wow. All right. So what messages do we have for Scorpio? Well, first message that we have for Scorpio, we've got the Death card here. So that means, and that tells me that you have shed some skin, that there has been a transformation and rebirth, recent past. The overall problem and situation that we have in your energy, Scorpio, is that you are the Queen of Pentacles. So you're building something. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is nurturing, but also that is my key to someone who is building a business. So I don't know if something ended in your life, perhaps you lost your job, but I do see the Queen of Pentacles here, and you're being led to nurture something as it relates to money, because there is a pentacle here. I also see the Two of Wands. So you've been looking to build something. Something has already been intuitively placed in your lap, and you're just trying to figure out which direction to go. Yeah. You're just trying to figure out which direction you want to go, because there's options for you. It's not like you're confused. You're just trying to figure out which direction you want to move in first. And then we have Justice card. So when I see the Justice card, that is my God card. And that lets me know that everything is being divinely orchestrated. And so your path is being laid out for you. With that position, you are on the correct path. It is just and it is right. I do see, Scorpio, you coming into your intuitive gifts. I see that you're coming into your birthright. This is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card that is a major arcana. You're very intuitive, Scorpio, and everything that is unclear to you will become clear if it hasn't already, and it's coming in pretty fast. We've got the Eight of Wands coming in here, so that's lots of movement. Overall, for you, Scorpio, I see that some things ended in your life. Some things ended in your life. It could have been a job. It could have been a situation. But now you're being led to nurture yourself and put that inward. You're being told to focus on yourself, to be nurturing and be kind to yourself. The action required from you also, Scorpio, is that you have options. You just have to figure out which way you want to go, which direction you want to go in. Because you are Scorpio, you're always going to have multiple options. You're never going to be placed inside of a box. We've got Justice card here. Justice tells us that you are being divinely guided. Everything is divinely orchestrated. We've got lots of major arcanas on the table. Let me get some more cards out on the table. Get some more cards. Okay. Wow. This kind of sounds similar to my story. All right, Scorpio. I'm going to do another row, see if I can get some more information on what has taken place. What has ended for Scorpio? I also feel like with the High Priestess here, you're being told to trust your intuition. And also, you have all of the messages within you. So you, everything that you need is within you, Scorpio. You don't have to seek out anyone. This information can also come to you in a dream. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right, Scorpio. So there's another story coming out. There is another story coming out. Because remember, this is a collective, so it's not specific to one person. All right, Scorpio. So for some of you, and there was a relationship that recently ended for you. Yeah, there was a relationship that ended for you. The relationship ended because you feel like things were not equally balanced. Like you were giving more than the other person. And the other person may have not seen it that way. That's why you're being guided to pour into yourself. That's why I see the Queen of Pentacles here. You're being guided to be kind to yourself and to pour into yourself. Also, you're being led to work with other people. Maybe not necessarily work with other people, but maybe you need to get out more. There was a recent breakup. Perhaps you got a divorce. A relationship ended because you felt like you were pouring more into the other person than they were pouring into you. And so that's why you have the Queen of Pentacles here telling you to be kind to yourself, telling you to pour into yourself, to nurture yourself. And also with the Three of Pentacles being here, you're being led to go outside and to interact with other people. Don't go into hermit mode, Scorpio. Also with the Four of Stones here, that lets me know that you need to stand your ground. As it relates to this person, this relationship ended because you were pouring more out than you were receiving. So with the Four of Stones here, that lets me know that you need to stand your ground. It just means to not necessarily stand your ground, but to stay grounded in what you believe in. I'm also seeing, Scorpio, that if you don't get out and you start mingling, I'm also seeing, Scorpio, that if you don't get out and start to mingle, you may start to kind of get bored with your life. So Scorpio, with the Three of Pentacles being here, or the Three of Stones, that's telling you that you do need to get out and about. Just because you have recently went through a breakup, don't go into hermit mode, Scorpio. Don't get out, mingle, go to happy hour, do the opposite of what you feel like you want to do, right? But as it relates to the relationship, stick to your guns. I'm seeing that you're being told to go outside and you're being told to socialize and not go into hermit mode, but you do fall back into being bored, staying in the house, probably channel surfing, and then you start to contemplate back on your relationship and start to think, maybe I should stay in the situation that I was in because I've invested so much time. So that's something that you might want to think about. Let me grab put me one more row. Let's wrap this up for Scorpio. So what I see here is some of you have lost a job, or, left a job, been terminated. Some of you have left a relationship that was no longer serving you. that you feel like you were getting more than you were receiving. And what you need to do is just look to the future and don't look back. You need to continue on. You need to socialize. You need to get out of the house. You are being divinely guided, Scorpio. Whether you know it or not, you are being divinely guided. To also stay on your path. Don't go backwards is what the cards are saying. Let me pull one more card to wrap this up. Yeah, Queen of Swords. I'm sorry, not Queen of Swords. Queen of Cups. Yeah, Queen of Cups. In the past, you were the Queen of Cups. And now you're single, Nine of Pentacles. So you have lost something in your life, Scorpio. Lots of movement coming in. You're being told to move. I got the Knight of Wands here. I've got the Knight of Pentacles. So you're being told to move, Scorpio. But what you want to do is kind of stay stagnant. That's what you want to do. You're going to be fine, Scorpio. I have the Ten of Cups here. Everything is going to work out like it's supposed to. Okay, Scorpio. So what I'm seeing in the future is Six of Pentacles. So the energy shifts. So now you're at the other end of the scale to where you're receiving more than you're giving. And this comes in pretty fast. I do see a Seven of Stones here, so be careful not to reminisce and try to go backwards and say, hey, well, maybe I did invest. That's no excuse to receive bad behavior. That's no excuse to accept bad behavior, Scorpio. If something is not aligning with your highest and greatest good, if something is not pouring into you, it's probably not going to change, Scorpio. So just keep in mind to move forward, to always choose yourself and to pour into yourself. Now, Scorpio, as it relates to the outcome, I have the High Priestess card here, and a lot of people think of the High Priestess card as being a secret. I personally don't think of it as being a secret. I think that it comes with clarity. So with the High Priestess card here and Four of Vessels, once you start to settle your mind, perhaps even when you're sleeping is when clarity is going to come. But everything works out for you in the end. Ten of Pentacles or Ten of Cups. I do want to caution you, though, Scorpio, that in the future, you may start thinking about doubling back. You may start thinking about going back and revisiting the past. But if you do that, Scorpio, you do know that the same cycle will repeat. So we don't slide. We keep walking. We keep moving forward. That's all I have for you, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed this reading.
I fell in love with the